Hi guys, welcome along to Nardi Elder Gaming, and tonight we are playing Jurassic World Evolution 3 that was released today. Now, I've been buzzing for this game for quite some time. I played right back from when the first park creation game was released. Can't remember what that was called now, but that was all based around Jurassic Park, that one. Genesis, that was it, Jurassic Park Genesis. And then of course I've done the two Jurassic World Evolutions 1 and 2, and now we got number 3, so we're going to be doing a lot more with this one. But I don't generally play the campaigns on this. What I'll normally do is I'll do a sandbox and I'll just build a park and get it operating that way. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump into the sandbox and we're going to see how we get on. Now just a warning, there is a bit of a spoiler on here, so if you're intending to play through the actual main quest itself, the challenges, that sort of stuff, then you might not want to watch this bit, because you get the option that you can hide certain areas that are only revealed to you when you actually play the campaign, but I've opted to sign out of that so I can use one of the areas, because it's an area that I actually want to use for this video. So what I've done is I've unlocked the legacy, and we're going to Nublar in 2015, which is a large map. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to set it to standard, scientists enabled, power requirements normal, dinosaur needs normal, dinosaur temperament normal, dinosaur health normal. And then the dinosaurs, no egg failures, I've switched that off because we've got to have problems going on, otherwise there's no point to it. Normal disease, injuries on, don't starve off, dinosaurs don't dehydrate off, lifespan normal, juvenile and maturity on, status checks, unlimited feeder reserves off, social requirements on, won't be affected by social such as population stuff. Now I'm going to switch that off, because some of the facilities that I'm going to build, some of the environments for them, I'm going to be mixing the dinosaurs a lot, so I don't want to be messing around with problems for different species not living with each other. Obviously I'm not going to put carnivores in with herbivores, unless I sort of put in something like a velociraptor in with a brachiosaurus, which probably wouldn't be a threat to them, but I'm still not going to do it anyway. So I'm going to turn off the escapes. Vehicle aggression, yeah, we'll put that on because that's a normal thing. Comfort, setting this to off will set dinosaur comfort to 100% all the time. Setting this to fussy will give all newly synthesized dinosaurs the fussy trait, raising their requirements to be comfortable. So we'll switch that off because I don't want to be messing around with their comfort. Combat frequency normal. Ability to initiate fights for herbivores, no, we'll switch that off because herbivores are laid back, aren't they? So we don't need that. I think everything else that we've got on there will probably be okay. Gameplay, infinite candidates, refresh. Setting this to on will allow you to refresh the scientist candidate list as often as you like. Yeah, we'll have that. Expeditions, fossils, research, task time 100%. Adjust the time required to complete research. I don't want that to be instant, so we're going to put that at 50%. Unlimited power off, unlimited fuel off. Invincible vehicles off. Sabotage I'm going to turn off because I don't want sabotage. Instant construction, no. Maintenance, wear and tear is on. Cash unlimited. Appeal difficulty normal. Guest count target normal. Income target normal. Income tax yeah, right, we'll put that to none. Environment default. Day night cycle, we'll go an hour for day night cycle. Terrain normal. What else have we got in there? Flattened, normal. I'm going to go flattened so I can build my own stuff with that one. Color grading, Default cinematic, that will do. So let's jump in and let's have a look. You might notice it said I had a save already on here. That was just that I tested it out earlier just to make sure the game would run. Here we are. Here is Nublar. So it says larger. It doesn't look particularly large to me, to be quite honest. Right, so anyway, there's our entry point. So what we're going to need to do is plan this out expertly. So, in one of my playthroughs, I think I was doing it on Evolution 2, if I remember rightly. This side over here, I turned this into a large lake down here with trees all around it. And then that was for things like the sauropods, the hadrosaurs, stuff like that could all coexist together. So they could all move in herds and all be happy and content in the area that I built them. So I'm gonna be planning on doing that again. But first of all, we need to start putting a few amenities around here. So what I want is an ops center, maintenance post. That's new. Response, maintenance, paleomedical, control center, visitor center, expedition center, and science center. Marketplace. Okay, so let's build ourselves a control center. I think we'll tuck that up here, so it's sort of out of the way. But I want to turn it round because I want it facing that direction. That way, right? It says no power. That's fine. I'm going to put a small power plant up behind it. Directly behind it there. That looks nice. And now we need to connect it up. I think we're going to have luxury standard paths. Or no, we don't need one for this one. Mainly being it's not going to be something that's going to be accessible to the general public. We've got to bring that down here. And if I do that there, then I should be able to curve it round. And then straighten it. And lodge it up with there. There we go. So that is now linked and it's open. So now we need to have something attractive for the visitors when they come in. So first of all, let's just hide that lot behind some trees. Like so. So now what we need to do is have a good looking path. No, why are you doing that? Okay, that's not going to match, is it? So I'll tell you what we do. I think we'll demolish that and that one, and then as the path comes into view, it's going to change to the decent one. If I can find where my path is. There we go. If I do that straight to about there, then I can do that one running straight into it. Like so. And yep, that's connected now. So that looks a bit better now. So if I do another one, see if I can try and match it up. Is that matching? No, that's too far, isn't it? Let's demolish it. Let's go to about there and then see if we can match it going out to about there, and then we just run that up into there like that. Don't look too bad. Not an exact match, but I don't mind. Right, so we want this to run down here, because this is going to run down like that to that point there, and that's where ideally we need to have a visitor centre. One of these, innovation centre, that was it. It's a bit of a pain, I can't quite adjust it from that angle. So let's try it again from this angle here. There we go. That's looking good now. So we're starting to get the beginning of our street there. So we just need some power for it. So what I'm going to do is build a power supply up here, but I'm also going to run pylons down to actually power it up properly. So if I plonk that on there, then that looks like the paths actually lead into it. And we can tree it up to hide it. Excellent. Right, so far so good. So right, I've got to research those pylons first. Okay, that's fine. So what we do need then is a research centre. So let's have the research centre up here, because this can be the sort of research area as such. Response, maintenance, expedition, science. Where's the research? Would that just be the science? Oh yeah, enables research and fossil extraction. Dull. So we'll just have that up here. Let's put it as far back as we can get it. We're a bit looking right. There we go. So now we just need to path it using our luxury stand. No. Just the grey path coming down the side of there. There we go. So,
Objective feels like a pretty formal word, but I think we should try and get this done.
right. Increase total juvenile population to 5. Construct an operational viewing gallery. But we should just have that one in there
Construction
to
is one
start
of our
off with.
lifelines in the park. That and being able to run the 100-yard dash. Now, you work on the former, I'll work on the latter. Huh?
Okay. No worries. Let's go for that then. Right. So, right, now we're going to need to research some stuff. So let's jump into there. I haven't got any fossils yet. I need a center for that, don't I? View research. Right. So, what do we need? Attractions, no, hybrids, gene modification, medicine, enclosures, dig sites, operations. So, power 1, power 2, park teams, core infrastructure building, core upgrades. Right, so gain access to a persistent generation of power and the infrastructure to spread it around the site. Pylons. Insufficient skill. So I can't do anything with that. Scientists. So I better recruit a couple of scientists, don't I? Let's have a look. Increases unrest limit by 4. Increases all skills by 1. That'd be quite good. Increase welfare potential by 5 and welfare skill by 3. Increases unrest limit by 4. So let's recruit her because that will be a good starting point. Increases welfare potential and by 5 and welfare skill by 3. Increase all skills by 1. Decrease task time by 50% for incubation tasks. That could be a good one. Increases all skills by 1. Decreases task time by 50% for synthesis tasks. Right, let's hire him in, I think. So we got 2 scientists. Right, so I still need more. Let's get another scientist then. Hopefully it'll be enough to increase all skills by 1. Okay, we're gonna use her, I think. Still not quite there. Because we're on unlimited money, we can just all cheaper expeditions. Yes, definitely. Yeah, it's not costing us any money to do any of this, so there we go. We can now do that one. So let's get those 3 working on that. And let's have a look. We need a...
You can't have a functioning park without the right infrastructure. And without a functioning park, where would we be? What, sitting at home? Not teetering on the edge of chaos? Boy, wouldn't that be dull?
Right, okay. So operations, we need an expedition center. Because if we don't get dinosaurs into our park, then our park's not going to be a lot of good. Don't keep flickering between the blue. It's such a pain. Right, that will do. Let's path this one up. There we go. So Germany. So we got compies there, Lystrosaurus, Gallimimus, Edmontosaurus, that'd be a good one, Dilophosaurus, and Edmontosaurus. Let's see if we can go for go for that one. So we get something underway while we continue with this area. So right, now we should be able to do power from here using pylons. The question is, will they automatically connect? Doesn't look good, does it? Let's try. Right, let me just think about how to do this and make it look good. I don't think there's going to be any way of making this look that good, to be honest. It's still going to be a bunch of pylons. No power source, so why is that not? Backup generator. Saying there's no power, okay. So how do I link that up? Backup generators can power buildings and fences within their radius. They can be placed almost anywhere as they do not require power. Okay. Backup generators consume fuel in order to supply power at a rate proportional to the amount of power drawn from it. Okay. Backup generators will only be used to power nearby buildings and fences. Okay, so with that one being a backup generator, it's not actually a main generator, is it? Okay. No, that wasn't what I wanted it to do, to be honest. But not to worry, we'll put another one in there. A small power station. There we go, of course, that's why. Right. Power output. Both power stations and backup generators can supply power. The total power consumption of buildings and fences within the same power delivery network must be equal to or lower yet. The total power output of a power station can be increased with building upgrades. Yeah. Right, okay, so I want to connect that. Why can't I connect that? Oh, I see. So if I do that across the back there, because I can put some shops in front of all this lot. If I put that one down and we'll do a... If I put that one around the side here, I could probably hide that behind trees. There we go, so that's now powered. So let's just see how bad that looks. So yeah, we got that power station there, but we can hide that behind trees. That one's not hidden so much now, but I could put more trees around it. That area is going to be completely hidden at some point. Right, okay. So let's go down and let's treeify this area. There we go. That must make it look a bit better, I think. Right, so we started off, we got the innovation center up. So let's put a couple of actually no, let's go over to the research center so we can view our fossils that we got. Right, so we can sell that, sell that, sell that. There we go, let's just get those working on that. Let's right, let's see if we can get some Edmontosaurus. Send Get her out there. Right, so we can start putting the attractions at viewing gallery and activity center.
Ladies and gentlemen, come and allow yourself to be captivated by the silver screen in our new cinema.
So let's put that there. So that's the activity center. Edit the attraction. Let's see what we can do here. So okay, we got a cinema in there. That's good.
Ladies and gentlemen, discover where our dinosaurs came
Think we'll
from
have a
in the fossil zones.
I think we'll have a fossil zone because that's more fitting than a cinema. Right. View research. No, view fossils. They're still out on that one. Research on fossils. Hybrids, medicine. Enclosures, dig sites, operations, and guests. Okay, so here we go. That one we can sell. Edmontosaurus. Start them off on that. Right, so we've got that down there at the moment. Let's what else can we build? Restroom, emergency shelter, small hotel, shopping amenity, food, and drink. So food is a definite. Why is that? Oh, I see. It's high demand. So let's see what we can do in there. Bonito sushi. Change beanbags. Let's put a fossil display. Change product. Burgers and fries are always good. Right, so what are they not liking in here? Oh, it looks like things are changing anyway. Yeah. Okay, so directly across from it, I want to put a drinks place. There we go. So as soon as people come in straight away, there's food and drink. Doing coffees. Change the features. Let's put a play area in that one. Guests come below. Your guests are complaining about the lack of facilities. I do need to make a restroom, don't I? There we go. There's a restroom. We'll put that next to this one here. These do actually seem to be quite big.
Yeah, for when you gotta go, I suppose.
Ah.
For whenever nature calls.
Right, so there we go. We're starting off nicely with our entrance into the park. We do need something else down here, though. But I don't think there's much else we can do at the moment. So we've got drink and food. We could do a shopping one, I suppose, couldn't we? Still shopping about there. See. Books. I think t-shirts is going to be a good one, isn't it? And change features. Let's have some couches in there. See how that gets on. Right, these people are going to be really disappointed. They come all this way to a park to see dinosaurs, but there like isn't any. God, have I depleted that one already? Okay, let's see if we can get some more Edmontos from there. No fossils. Research. I'm going to get another scientist in, I think. Increase genetics potential by 5 and genetics skill by 3. That's a good one. Increase welfare potential by 5 and welfare skill by 3. Decreases task time by 50% for extraction tasks. Reduce the cost of research tasks by 30%. I'm going to get her for the extraction. And I think I'm going to get her for the genetics. Oh, I'm out of space. What have we got here? Small power station. Staff centre. Base for scientists enables a training and rest. Increased number of scientists that can be recruited. Right. She can do that one on her own. So that's good. Right, so I know I've got no fossils. Scientist busy, scientist busy. Okay, I've got 123 guests and no dinosaurs. They're going to be a little bit pissed, to be quite honest with you. Needs maintenance. So when it says it needs maintenance, how do I deal with the maintenance on this? But I suppose I got to oh, hang on, look at that. That really is knackered, isn't it?
It's not flashy, it's not what guests come here to see, but boy, is it critical. That infrastructure investment will pay off, I'm sure of it.
Right, okay, so we're going to have to build the staff centre here, so there it is. I think we'll have that in there. So I should be able to recruit 3 more scientists now. Research task for 30, increase genetics, potential for 5. Right, that's the one I wanted. There we go. Right, that will do for a minute.
Please welcome your new park colleagues joining us today.
Right, so let's have a look what else we got. When assigned to a maintenance post, a maintenance team will monitor the condition of all fences and buildings within that post radius. Right, okay. So we better... let's build one in here. Right. Expedition complete. We'll sell that. See what we can get from there. Begin the task. Let's get those two to work on that. Next two vehicles were found to assign to this post. So what does it actually need then? Oh, I see, a maintenance facility. That makes sense. So let's build that up here. There we go. No teams assigned. Add maintenance team. Assign that one. There we go. So they should be able to repair that. Right. View fossils. That one. Begin that task. Right, so we've wiped them two out. Let's go there for the Dilophos. Right, so we're looking good in this area, so we're going to have to tree this one off shortly. I think we need a maintenance post here, don't we? So if I put that next to that one and add a maintenance team. Assign that one. Right, so we now have a full Edmontosaurus genomes. Right, let's find medicines, enclosures, dig sites, operations, enclosures. So ground nests, land hatchery, lagoon hatchery, small electric fences, We've researched the larger ones.
Got some infrastructure damage.
Right, so once we get to there, I think down here... I think actually what we do is we start building up the lake.
That needs fixing. I'm on it.
Right, so we'll start off with shallow water. We'll run that down here. Needs to be quite big because there's going to be quite a lot of dinosaurs using it. We go deep water. Around there. And then trees. Clear. Right, we're already cleared as much as we can around there. So we want to build a wall around there. Enclosures, right, so let's just build a fence around here. Doesn't have to be electrified. No, I'm not quite sure why I built that. I didn't actually want that kind of fence, I just wanted a normal fence.
This needs fixing.
Ah, right, I see. Here we go. Small, medium, gate, classic gate. Power, visibility. I don't know what that means, to be quite honest. So I think we need a medium. We're going to make it quite big. It's going to be enclosing a lot of the big herbivores. How can it be overcrowding already? There we go. Right, there's the first enclosure. Which needs to be powered, so a small substation can't power that much. So I think we're going to have to put a little substation up here. Problem is that won't power a lot, will it? So let's just experiment with that one there. Ah, yes, it's enough power to power the whole thing. Excellent, right. So we need to start building viewing platforms. So viewing galleries. We'll have one there. I'm going to build another one over here. That's good. Then I can link those two up. But in the middle here, I need... a gate. I like these original Jurassic Park style gates. So we're going to need to path those up. But I got no reverse on. Ah, there we go. Let's put that to about there. Then we'll curve one round. About there. Put a straight one. Coming down there. Right, so what we're going to do is we're going to make a path from this one, which will head directly over in this direction.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe.
Wow, you're
Right, let's
pretty
have a
impressive
look.
to see in action. Maybe I should be making notes on you instead of the dinosaurs.
Let's have a look at the view.
Appropriate information will be automatically selected and displayed for you.
Right, that's good. That's going to give us some
Area of the screen
good
displaying
viewing.
the appropriate-
So at the moment it does look pretty bland, but as we go through it, we're going to be upgrading these, making them look better, making them look more impressive. The sort of thing that you would want to see if you went to a dinosaur park. And you probably want to see dinosaurs as well, but they're coming, don't worry. They are coming. Right. So what we do need is tall leaf and ground leaf. And we need fibers as well. Got to keep all the dinos happy. And what we do actually need is some big old cover up the back here as well. Yeah, so we can use some of that. I think that will look pretty good. But yeah, we're going to do a lot more with this area. It's not just going to look like this. That looks too bland as it is. So I think we need to be looking at getting some dinosaurs. Right, what we got? See, so we've got them going out there. So what have we got in these areas? Compsognathus, Lystrosaurus, Gallimimus. I do want to get some Gallimimus. They will be good. Fossils held at customs. For pity's sake. Send a scientist to stay with the fossils and to help speed up customs. Delay the expedition significantly while the customs issue is resolved. Yeah, okay, I'm going to leave her there for the time being. So, the next thing we need to do is down by our lake. Right down this end, out of the way.
Take a good look at this objective, then stop looking and get it done.
Have a revenue at least 60,000 per minute. Increase knowledge of the Compsognathus genome to 50%. We go on that one. Right, so let's build our first hatchery. There it is. Right, let's bring that down as close to the path, the gate as we can. There we go, that looks pretty good. Now let's see if we can get a Edmontosaurus. There we go. So we're just running with what the patterns that are actually going at the moment. So this is right, so let's right, traits. Gene trait locked because I haven't researched it yet. Male, fertility, compatibility. Right, so let's try that one. That's going to take all of them to work on this one. So we're going to... Damn, I've got nobody that can do it at the moment. So a Dilophosaurus. So we've got 100% genome on both of these. That's good. Baryonyx, Spinoraptor, Suchomimus, Spinosaurus, Spinoceratops. Right. Okay, so we are going to get something soon, but we need scientists available for that. And then we're going to chuck out, we're going to have a little herd of Edmontosaurus in there. What I do want to do, I want to try and get a breeding area. I saw that a minute ago and I can't remember how I got it now. But yeah, I mean, if we can have breeding areas in front of 119, when research completed on fertility. Okay. Operations, enclosures. There we go. Ground nests. Land hatcheries are used to synthesize dinosaur DNA and to incubate new dinosaurs for the site. They also enable gene modifications of each viable species acquired. Legumes and aviary, there we go. So, let's get... We got enough of them to do that? Yes, there we go. So we can get that going now. And then before we know it, we're going to have breeding dinosaurs on this island. But we haven't got anybody that we can actually do anything with at the moment, because they're all busy. Right, so what I want to build down here is like a small park area. But I need to try and hide this area a little bit if I can. There we go. So I think what we'll do, we'll drop down and have a look actually in there. How can it be overcrowded? Oh, they're going to have to put out a bit at the moment. Right, so when we come out, the first thing we see, so that's nicely hidden over there. So we've got, I can see it is actually quite packed, isn't it? There's toilets, quick bite, ginkgos, and then we shoot down this way. What are you waiting there for there, dude? That's hidden quite nicely, a bit better than I was expecting. Stop running people over. Don't employ you for that. And then we got this building that we can't go into. That's a shame. Okay, so I'm quite happy with the way that's looking. But I think we need a little sort of rest area here. So what I could probably do, but not with that one, because it needs to be that one. There we go. So let's have a look what scenery we got there. So let's look for, there's a lot, isn't there? Awnings, columns, trims, reefs, floors, walls, blueprints. So there we got a fountain. That'd be nice, wouldn't it? So let's put that in there. And then what I really want is to have like an... Where are they all going? Oh, I see, it's raining. I could do a few of these guest areas. So if I put one there. One there. One there. And one there. So what can we do for people when it's raining? It's not really much we can do. Brilliant. Storm. Right, let's see if we can get our first dinosaurs going. Right, so that one's a female. So let's begin that task with her, and in that one we will synthesize a male. There we go. So hopefully
procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
select eggs. Yeah. Begin the incubation.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
Select eggs for the male count 0. They're both female again. Oh, that's right. I need 2 males. So let's begin the incubation on them. So they need ground fibre. So let's make sure there's plenty of ground fibre in here, which I'm pretty sure I put those down anyway. Ground fibre. There we go. So there's a lot of ground fibre down there. And they're getting close. And there's going to be plenty of water for them. Let's jump in and have a look at what our scenery looks like. Blimey, everyone's soaked. But the fountain looks good. And the seating area. Yeah, they seem to be liking the seating area. So I need to put other little bits and pieces around here. Little bits and pieces that will make it look good. Right, so let's release. There he is. There's the male. Two males. So there it is. That's 1 hour 10 minutes into opening our park, and we now have our first dinosaurs on display. So that's the males.
Edmontosaurus is a large herbivore that moves in herds. Although it usually walks on 4 legs, this dinosaur can raise itself up onto its hind legs when looking for food or keeping an eye out for danger. A useful ability and an impressive one to watch from a viewing gallery.
Excellent. Right, let's just see what the view is like of these when I can find a viewing gallery.
Automatically selected and displayed for you. Simply touch the area of the screen displaying the appropriate.
There we are. So I might have to put another viewing gallery up here in a minute, but first of all I need to, let's release these ones. These should be the females. I'm skipping out on a lot of the little bits and pieces that we can do to just to try and get dinosaurs into the park. Right. They're happy. They're happy. That one's dominating. So, what we also need then is a medium nesting area where many dinosaur species can lay their eggs. Let's put one there.
Hey, that nest looks pretty cozy. If the dinosaurs aren't into it, I might crawl in and take it for a nap test drive myself. That was a joke, if it wasn't obvious.
Right, we'll see how that gets on with that. So that's good. This maintenance is going to be a pain in the ass. Shall I make another maintenance facility down here? I think I will actually on this side, because I also need a ranger park. So let's find a ranger. Medical response ranger teams. There we go. So I need to turn that one around. Have that sort of along the same alignment as this one. Actually, I'm going to drop that one back. So I don't want to just lose loads of space. So what I can do then is we can get this path from there to drop straight into that one, and then from there to drop straight into there, Now I need a bit of power, so I'm going to build a substation here. And then this area can be covered by trees then. The sun's coming up. Right, I needed a... I needed a substation, don't I? Here we go. Right, so we got ranger teams and we got maintenance teams. Maintenance team 3, add a task. And they can inspect those two and make sure they're okay. Right, let's check on our happy dinos. My dinos seem to be happy. Excellent. So far the park is looking good. We've still got a lot of area to cover. But so far, this area is looking fairly good. I need something up in this area here to stop this one from looking drab. So, if I make another path... Actually, I might just extend this one out. And make another area like that. Then what I should be able to do... let's get a statue. Let's have a Rexy, shall we? But do I need to have the Rexy up on top of something? No, that's too small. Square floor. Okay, so let's get back to statues. And let's get our Rexy. Oh, a Rexy family statue. Right, that looks okay. Why has that got blue around it like that? There's a Mr. DNA. Let's have a Mr. DNA on both sides. So just had to make sure he was facing the right way. So we can have one welcoming in welcoming him in there. And another one welcoming on that side. So let's drop down and have a look how that's looking. So as soon as you come in, you got Mr. DNA, which actually, think about it, they should be facing that, welcoming people in. So I might have to change that. And then we've got the Rexy statue with the little ones. Looks really good. Yep, so far that's looking good. I'm liking that. What's got no power? Alright, he's going in to repair that pylon. I'm not too worried about that because so if we go here and show the view, we can see them over there.
During most of your tour, the appropriate information will be automatically...
There's a lot of rain coming down in this place. Hopefully the dinos won't mind that too much. Right, I'm going to need to lose part of this path for a minute, because I need to make another viewing area. To go there. Come on, out of the way. There we go. So let's continue the path. To about there.
Attention
Not the best
personnel.
looking, but
We have detected power outages across the site. Available personnel, please respond.
I thought we sorted that. Right. Okay, so let's see what we got. Sell. Gallimimus. Probably. Gallimimus. Let's see if we can send them out. Compies. Listros. So I depleted the Gallimimus. So let's see if we can get some compies. Oh no, she's on that cheaper expeditions thing, isn't she? So let's use Jillon. So we can make some Dilophosaurus. So let's make a small Dilophosaurus pen here. Do I need small electrical fences for Dilophosaurus? Possibly. I don't think their area is going to need to be too big as well. So if we do that as the Dilophosaurus area, then over here I need to build another one, which is going to be the area from which we create our dinosaurs, especially carnivores, and move them into these decent areas. So let's put a delivery zone in there, obstructed by small electrical fence, but that's what I wanted. Hey, I don't get... What is that then? An allocated area where dinosaurs can be safely delivered. Oh, I know. I know. Right. So let's make this habitable for the Dilophosaurus. It's got to look right in it, otherwise they're not going to be happy. So then we need to make it a meat. A carnivore feeder there. Then we would need a viewing gallery. About there. So we would need to actually move the Dilophosaurs into here manually. And over here I need to build an area for breeding. So if I do that, there, then what we do is we build an area here where we can hatch out each individual animal. Then it can then be flown over to its habitat. Right, so let's make this now, because all kinds of animals are going to be bred in here. We have to make sure it's suitable for them. There we go, so they got some water there. Doesn't matter about feeding because they're not going to be in there long enough. And I don't want anything in the way so that I can't actually see where they are. Right, so let's path this one up. There we go.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have added a new viewing gallery, ready for you to observe our magnificent animals.
So now we're going to make Dilophosaurus. Oh, we got Gallimimus as well now. That's good. We're going to make some of those. They can go out in the big area. So let's go in there. We'll just go for the standards to start with. I don't think we can do anything with traits really yet. No, it's all locked. Cosmetics. So that's the female. And that's the male. Okay, so let's begin the task. Put back here onto that one.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
So we'll select the eggs. I want 2 males and 2 females in this area. There we go, that's on its way. So I don't need any more in those ones. So I'll release those into there, and when they're ready, they can be flown into this area. And while we're at it, the Gallimimus, what is wrong with them? Reducing guest approval. Why are they... No cover data, penalty incurred. Send ranger team to checks. No ailment data. Right, okay. Ranger team. Add a task. Right, so let's do the check on those. Status check. Right, now I want a nice big load of Gallimimus. So let's have a look. That's the females. The males. Not a great deal of difference. I think we need to give the males... That would be better, wouldn't it? The pattern can be... Let's go with that one. Save that one and exit. So let's begin the task. So what we're going to do here is we're going to do... I want to get quite a flock of Gallimimus. Right, so they're all going to be females. Skittish. That'd be alright. So we'll begin the incubation of those. And then this one, we synthesize the males.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
Select the eggs. There we go. Right, ready for release. Let's release the Gallimimus.
Gallimimus is a sociable animal, but its speed is what stands out to me. The ranger teams are gonna have their work cut out for them.
Right, we better do some male release as well. There we go. Right, now what do they eat? Right, should be happy. So what we need to do now is shoot up this way and see how we're getting on with the Dilophosaurus. Right. Those are ready for release. That's 2 and 2. Excellent.
Oh, the Dilophosaurus is a fascinating animal. Of course, we'll never know if its impressive neck frill and venom-spitting ability were traits of the dinosaur itself, or side effects of filling in gaps of the original genome. Either way, it's surprises like that that make being a paleoecologist a pure joy.
Right, so we're going to have to add a task for them. And I'm going to need them to dart all of these.
Asset report incoming. Asset reported. Incoming asset ID.
And then once they're darted, we can move them over into this enclosure here. Where's the whirly bird? There it is. Oh, we've got a nest claimed.
First thing they teach you in the real estate game is location, location, location. I think even the dinosaurs can understand that. So make sure your scenery delivers.
Nest preference. So it's been claimed by the by the Edmontosaurus number 3, which is that one. Right, there we go. So
Generator will be running soon.
So how do we move them? Transport. Alright, one at a time, I assume. Oh no. Right, select those 4 to go. Finalize selection.
Asset to be collected. On route to pick up the asset.
There we go. So the 4 of them in there. It's going well.
most of your tour, the appropriate information will be automatically selected and displayed for you. Simply touch the area of the screen displaying the appropriate icon.
Confirming asset delivery.
Just realised I haven't got a gate in here, have I? That's better. Just in case I need to get in there. So we got 2 dinos in there at the moment.
Confirming asset delivery.
Right, another nesting area has been claimed by Edmontosaurus. Medium amenities. Let's get them onto that. And where are our Gallimimus? Right. Oh. Eggs.
Transportation complete.
No eggs in that one yet. Let's see if I can put another nesting site up over here. So hopefully we might be able to get some Gallimimus breeding as well.
I mean, at least the dinosaurs are fighting each other rather than us. But even so, I don't like to see it. Makes me nervous.
Dinosaur poisoned. Not enough space. I thought I turned that off in the settings, that they wouldn't have enough space. Right, let's get the rangers out.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to
Our rangers are no good, are they?
to the park.
We need
Generator.
a paleomedical facility. We put that there. And then we can path it. Mobile vet. Add a task. But that was poison, so why? Orders. Okay, I'm not quite sure why I can't heal that one. Is there perhaps their environment is... I think I should have a ranger station up this end as well, shouldn't I? Ranger station there. Or should I put a ranger station just here? Right, where's my other power station? It was over here, so if I put that one there. Right, so let's get them checking in on.
Sure, we can monitor the assets. Scheduling check.
I might make their enclosure a little bit bigger. There we go, that's a bit bigger for him. Right, so add a task, and I'll try and get it to go and heal this one, but okay, I'll have to figure that out. Right, let's have a look at our fossils. Sell, 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 sell. What's this one here? Oh, compies. We went for compies, didn't we? We've also got a gallimimus, so let's do the 2 gallimimus to try and raise. Let's get the expedition map. So that one's been used out, so let's send her out to do some compy work. Hopefully the dilos are okay there. Five babies.
We are pleased to welcome an Brontosaurus to the park.
Excellent. Right. This is going to be a pain in the ass. Now I wonder if I can change that. I might change that in settings while I'm not playing on this one. No, actually, let's have a look at it now. Sandbox settings, dinosaurs. That's status checks. We'll turn off the status checks. That's better. So we've got absolutely loads of dinosaurs here. See that? They're fighting. Scientist unrest. If you use scientists for tasks when they are at their unrest limit, they will regain the disgruntled trait. Right, so we let's that's not the one I want. Let's go to our scientists, and she's disgruntled also. We rest her, and we rest her. Right. These two are getting close as well. So let's rest one of them for the moment. This maintenance thing's a bit of a pain as well. Maintenance wear and tear. I'm going to turn that off. Normally, if I was playing in a the actual missions and stuff like that, I'd leave it on. But it's just an absolute pain in the ass, to be honest.
En route for repair. It's on the to-do list. On the way back.
What the hell? Where did I put that other maintenance team? There they are. Right. Gonna sort out what's going on with that. Right, so... Ooh, more fossils. Sell that. That's all there is to sell. So let's do the amber. I need to rest up my scientists because they're getting a little bit knackered. Right, there we go. That's good. Right, so far it's looking good. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a compy enclosure in here in a minute. Have a path leading off there where people can just go and see the compies.
Got some infrastructure damage.
So what are these? Gallimimus. Right, what infrastructure damage have we got? So we've now got the compy. We can make the compies. How the bloody hell am I going to do a bunch of compies, eh?
Oh, excellent. I can save my excuses for why this task didn't get done for another day. Great work.
What task are you on about? Whatever. Modify the genome. Oh yeah, they look completely different. Okay, so let's begin the task of creating those. She's got to go and rest. So Dylan and Scott, I think I'll put them into rest for the time being.
Commencing synthesis procedure.
So Dylan rest, and Scott rest. View the fossils. Getting those extractions.
Synthesis procedure complete. Incubation personnel, please stand by.
Right, I can't get the compies out here yet until I've actually built their enclosure. Right, so the thing is with the compies, they're only going to need a small enclosure, and it's not going to need to be an electrified fence, really. Right, so I'm just trying to think what would make the compies area look better, because I mean, this is all overkill for a compy, isn't it? Let's have a look at the research on these areas and see what I could actually research. Let's just get some more of these going. Where's my research? That's where I already was, wasn't it? Right. Enclosures. The weakest requires a power source, but it seems a bit overkill for putting compies into there, doesn't it? Right, so before I hatch those out, I'm going to need to think about that. Because there may be something else I can put them in with. So what hybrids have we got? Indoraptor and Dominus, yeah. Stegoceratops, Spinoraptor, Spinoceratops, Scorpius rex, and Ankylodocus. Okay. We're definitely going to have these two, I think, at some point. Right. Right, so we can't do that at the moment. Large hotel. We haven't actually got a hotel. So we are going to need upgrades that can be applied to buildings to improve the performance of their associated park teams. Okay, I can't do anything with that at the moment. Core upgrades that can be applied to buildings to improve their efficiency in various ways. So we can do that. This area could become overrun if I'm not careful. It's Gallimimus. So the Gallimimus are claiming those nests now. That one's not been claimed. There's our little Gallimimus.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are pleased to welcome a Gallimimus to the park.
I've not noticed that before. Look, they're leaving footprints. Right. So back over to expedition. So we've wiped that one out. Oh, I see. We need to research to unlock it. So I'm guessing that these green ones mean they're depleted. But there's more to find there, so we'd need to unlock it. Scientist limit 5. Right, so there's nothing else at the moment apart from Lystrosaurus. So let's send one out to do the Lystrosaurus. New dinosaur eggs have been found. Is that going to be more Gallimimus? Gallimimus, yeah. See mother. There's mother. And see father. See father. Over there. There he is. Right, so we're doing well so far. So we've got carnivores. And we got a shit ton of herbivores. Probably a lot more than I was expecting to get. I'm not sure whether this area is going to be big enough to take them. So I may need to do another one down this area. Where I'm going to put the big sauropods. Lystrosaurus. They could be fun to have, couldn't they? So let's start breeding them. Right, so oh, I see. If they become ill, we've got to actually transport them here to be healed and then take them back. Right, okay. Yeah, I remember that from the last one now. Okay, that's fine. So I think what we're going to do, we're going to leave it at this point. So we've got a nice big herbivore area going. We've got our attractions going. And we got some carnivores here. And we can get some compies soon, and there's going to be Lystrosaurus next time. So I'm wondering whether they can actually exist in the same compound, because if they can, we'll put them together. There we go. We've got the genome for the Lystrosaurus now. So that's all good. And research is available. Fossil upgrades. Ah, right, yeah. So we'll get that one started and underway. So yeah, as I say, it's all good. Hang on. Every time I think I'm done, something else comes up. Right, you two just do that. There we go. That's fine. Right. So if you want to join me for another one which I will be doing fairly soon. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel and all that jazz. And I will see you on the flip side. I'll catch you all later.